Didn't you know that? Come on, man. You know, don't you know who I am? Right? So, actually, the word that we say is when somebody's arrogant, we call them a big shot. Notice how the word use big shot. Right? You're something big. Right? Kibr, kabir, big. See how those words were interrelated? Yeah? And then whenever we say Allah, we say Allah is Akbar. Allah is the biggest. Allah is the most powerful. There's nothing greater than Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And when do we say this? When someone does something good. Yeah? Brother Haider does something amazing. Like Brother Haider, he takes his whole paycheck without anybody looking. Or he takes a portion of his paycheck, every, you know, a little bit amount, like $30 out of his $2 million paycheck every week. And he says, I want to sponsor an orphan this month. Right? Or I want to do something like that. Everybody finds out. Or he does something awesome, right? What do we say? We say, when we want to show our appreciation of him, we say, takbir, and the whole crowd says, Allahu Akbar. Which means that you did something great, but we remind everybody, Allah is more great than anything that we can do. That's what we say. Allah is the best. Allah is the greatest. Yes. Brother, you did something great, but Allah is the greatest. Allahu Akbar. What kind of sentence is this? Allah is the greatest. What kind of sentence is this? Jumla Ismiyya. Yeah. Allah, where is it? Here's the mubtada right here.
Yes, implied.
Yeah. Here's the mubtada right here. Here's the khabar right here. In the middle is Allah, the greatest.
Wow. Mubtada means?
Mubtada just means it's the first word of Jumla Ismiyya.
It's not starting? No.
It has kind of like some flavor of the word beginning in Arabic, mubtada, bidayah, similar, just to help you remember. If you guys are familiar with that word. But if you're not, that's fine. There's a chapter of a very famous book. I believe it's by, I want to say it's Ibn Kathir, Al-Bidayah wa Nihaya, the beginning and the end.
Oh, right.
Yeah? Okay, but Allahu Akbar. So every time we say Allahu Akbar, we're saying Allah is the greatest. Right? We'll talk more inshallah about these things. Allahu Kabirun. Allah is the biggest. Takbir. We're commanding everybody. Make takbir. Yeah? Allahu Akbar. That's what happened. Okay? Cool. So you see how these words are all related, right? Yeah. From arrogance, someone thinks they're big. Allah is the biggest. Yeah? Akbar. Right? Also, we sometimes, how do we say a lot of something? How do we say a lot? Does anyone know?
In Arabic?
Yeah, in Arabic. Kathir? Is familiar with anybody or no?
Kathira.
Kathirun? Familiar with this word, anybody? Kathir? Kathir? Anybody familiar with it? Anyone heard it before? No?
No, I heard it differently.
How do you hear it?
Kafir?
No. Kafir is a different word altogether.
Different word? Okay.
Yeah, that's a different word. Kafir is spelled like this, with a different letter.
Oh, okay. Kasir, it's used in Quran a lot of times. Is it kasir or kafir? Kasir.
This is kafir. This is kathir. Kathir.
That's
totally different letter. That's why it's very important to remember. You mix up one letter, you try to say something totally different.
No, that vowel, you can make it small, the first vowel on the kaf. Kasir. Kaf, vowel. Yeah.
This vowel?
Yeah.
Make it smaller?
Yeah, it looks like two.
Okay.
Kasir.
This actually should be kafir. That's a totally different thing, spelling all together.
Okay.
We'll just leave these alone then.
Yeah.
Okay? Alright, let's get back to this Jumla Ismiyya, shall we? Can I?
I have one question. Okay. You said that the file is implied, so file is not hover.
Come again, say again.
The file is verb, right?
File is fill is verb.
Fill is verb.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, this sentence right here, it doesn't have a fill.
Doesn't have one. Okay.
And our
okay,
yes.
Okay.
Jumla Ismiyya doesn't have a verb.
No verb.
No verb.
Okay, just implied.
Yes, just implied.
Oh, okay.
And is, we don't consider is to be a verb.
Okay.
Actually, as a matter of fact, we don't consider is to be there.
Yeah.
When you say it in English, you have to say it with is.
Right.
But in Arabic, there's no is.
Yes. Okay.
So to them, there's no verb, there's no implied, there's no nothing. It's just al-baytu kabirun. That's it.
Okay, so we have a
If
sentence.
you go and say, oh,
now.
that's like a is in the middle, they're like, what are you talking about?
Yeah.
There's nothing here. And if you try and try to ask them, they say, okay, prove it. Where is it? And you're like, oh, well, it's implied. Like, oh, so you mean it's not there, right?
Right.
Yeah. So al-baytu kabirun. They're, you know, so they don't consider is. Like we have action verbs, and we have what's it called? Still verbs. Is that what it was? It's been a while. But in English, we have action verbs and non-action verbs. Is a non-action verb. In the Arabic language, is not a verb at all.
Okay.
They don't consider it to be a verb. As a matter of fact, they don't even want it in their sentence.
It comes and go implied like.
It's just implied, yeah.
Yeah.
Al-baytu kabirun. Okay? So the first word in the Jumla Ismiya, okay, it's they're both ism.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
They're both ism.
Yeah.
They're both ism. No doubt about that. Al-baytu kabirun. Ism and ism, correct? We agree or no?
Yes.
Yeah, we see alif lam there. We see tanween there. They're both ism. They have to be ism.
Yeah.
So the mubtada, it has certain properties. The mubtada, it has certain properties. What are those properties? The first is that it has to be ism. It has to be ism. Second property of the mubtada is the mubtada has to be first. Yes.
First one.
Has to be first in the sentence. The third property of mubtada is it has to take alif and lam. Look at all of these sentences. Al-mudarrisu, al-baytu, al-kitabu. All of them are taking alif lam.
Allahu.
Allahu is definite. Yeah, but it all has alif lam. Yes. It has to.
The second property has to be first in the sentence.
The second property?
I mean, that's the one you wrote has to be first in the sentence.
Yeah.
We are writing the first letter as mubtada anyway, right?
The first word is the mubtada, yes.
What is mubtada?
What do you mean?
I mean, it's the same
Mubtada
thing,
is
right?
like, you know how we have in a sentence, right?
Right.
We have certain parts of it. So in a jumla ismiya, there's two parts.
Mubtada and khabar.
Mubtada and khabar. The name of the first word, right, is called the mubtada, the subject almost, right?
Yeah.
Subject and the predicate.
Yeah, but it's no.
Al-baytu, that's the subject. What about it? It's big, right? So we have subject here and we have predicate. Let me write that up here. This is the wrong mark. There's another one here like this. Got it. No, there's not. Okay. Okay. Predicate. Mubtada means subject in Arabic. Khabar means predicate in Arabic. Even when we say the word khabar, right? In Urdu, we're just so you know, brothers, Safi and Brother Hadi can kind of maybe catch this. Well, how do we say khabar? What does khabar mean? It means what? Great?
Yeah.
No, that's a different
News,
khabar.
news.
It means news,
News.
right? So what is the news about? What is the khabar? This is informing us about the subject.
About the subject.
Yeah. Khabar means news in Urdu. Khabar means news in Arabic. Khabar. Right? So this is the subject and this is telling us the news about it. What is it? The house is big. The teacher is awesome. The book is new. Khabar, khabar, khabar. Mubtada, mubtada, mubtada.
Okay.
Okay? Now, what are some more properties of, I'm just going to move this out of the way, if you don't mind. What are some more properties of
Mubtada.
Mubtada? One more. It takes Dhamma
At the end.
always. Whenever we vowel, it's at the end. I want to show you something. Al-Bay,
Two.
2. Al-Mudarri,
Su.
Su. Al-Kita,
Bu.
Boo. Let's look at these sentences. Let's look at the rules. Has to be an ism. Al-Baytu, ism or no?
Ism.
Al-Mudarrisu, ism or no?
Ism.
Ism. Al-Kitabu, brother Halil. Ism, good. Has to be first in a sentence. Al-Baytu, first or second?
First.
First. Al-Mudarrisu, first or second?
First.
First. Brother Halil, Al-Kitabu, first or second?
First.
First, good. It has to take alif lam. Al-Baytu. Yes?
Yes.
Al-Mudarrisu.
Alif Lam.
Yep.
Yep.
Yep, okay. What about it has to take Dhamma? It takes Dhamma always. Al-Bay,
Two.
yeah, with Dhamma.
With that one.
Al-Mudarri,
Sum.
Su.
Su.
Su. With
Dhamma.
Dhamma. Al-Kita,
Bu. With Dhamma.
with Dhamma, exactly. So I met all four were conditioned. Right?
Yeah.
Good. What's the second part now?
Khabar.
Khabar, the news.
Akhbar.
अखबार हम लोगों ने अखबार में पढ़ लिया कि ये हो रहा वो हो रहा, right? That's exactly what it is, right?
Yeah.
Khabar,
Like
news.
akhbar comes with khabar.
Yeah.
Akhbar is the news.
Yeah. All right. So the question is, now, what about the properties of khabar? Well, let's look
Has
at
to
them.
be ism, right?
Has to be some good. Agreed. What else?
Has to has tanween.
Has to have tanween. Three.
Has to be last in the sentence. No?
Not last.
I'm just checking.
What is the opposite of three? This one it has to take alif lam. What is this one you think it has to do?
Kasr. I mean, no Alif Lam.
No alif lam. Won't take alif lam. And when something doesn't take alif lam, what does that mean? It is.
It's with tanween.
It's nakira. Yeah. Takes tanween. Won't take alif lam. Ever. Nakira takes tanween. What about number 4? What do you think number 4 is?
It's
End.
Yeah, what does this mean? What's it sending?
Dhamma.
Down, always. It always takes time out. Let's look if these rules hold or not for the sentence we made. It has to be ism. Kabirun. Ism? Brother Safi.
Yes.
Last question. Gotcha. Go, I'm sorry. Kabirun, it has to be. Is it ism?
Ism.
Ism. Mumtaz. Ism? Okay. Jadidun.
Jadidun. Ism.
Ism. Good. Alright, so we got that on the way. Has to have tanween. Kabirun.
Tanween.
Yeah.
Tanween.
Here?
Tanween.
Okay, good. It will not take alif lam.
No Alif Lam.